And cocoa.
No, cocoa. Cocoa, all of them. We have 280.
You say we are going to do documentary.
Documentary.
You know documentary Spain.
So what is the figure?
Let's inform Mr. Free so that I go with him.
How many? 175,000.
No matter where cash. Are you allowed to touch the leaf?
Oh, you
You are and look into the camera.
So this time, do you still have the farm seedlings?
yeah, we have some. We are raising some.
The farm seedlings to distribute for 19 communities.
Yes, sir. How are we?
I have some questions to ask him.
That is what we are.
You remember me, eh? Yes, I remember. You are smart, too.
175,000. Is it free? Yes, sir.
Oh, bra, no, yeah. If you need it, bra. Yes, you can consider.
Check the dam up.
Master, move break.
I'm not coming there. They are not coming, oh.
Huh?
Not coming, period. They might say you will not come.
Okay, let's go.
Go back to next.
Like me, who is wearing it? Like I will talk out. This is the stones, no.
Over the district. Since it has not been majorly done in whole West, we are introducing it all over.
Cashew, eh?
This cashew.
So beautiful.
One of the government flagship projects that we are also as a district and for that matter Department of Agric, we are all helping to achieve that vision. So cocoa, coffee, cashew, oil palm and coconut are all part of the crops they want to promote as a district. So across the district, what we did to help our work move fast is to have community-based nursery sites where we involve the farmers in smaller groups and we resource them with the seeds and then the poly bags, and they also provide labor to be able to nurse the seedlings and distribute among themselves for free. So we provide those assistance, and they also contribute in terms of labor to make it work. We started it in October 2018, and around this time, with the incoming of the rains, I'm sure they will be able to start transplanting.
Okay. Yeah,
Basically, all districts have been tasked to do this. But our last meeting at the regional level, it came out that we had 23.7% of the total population of seedlings that we raised for 2018-2019 cropping season. And so that tells that out of the 25 districts, once we are able to get that huge percentage, it means that we are leading in terms of the PET project agenda. And our DCE also has to collaborate or to be able to help government achieve its objectives. we have what we call communal or stool farms, where chiefs are going to be supported through this PED program to be able to have stool farms and to be able to generate some income to support the stool. So that is another side of the PED. That is, I would say, it's a local agenda that the DCE and in a collaboration with the Department of Agric, we are pursuing to help all stools or paramountcy across the district, all the 16 paramouncies, to be able to have stool farms to support their work. Yes.
Thank you very much.
It's good. We thank our DC and the director for helping us do this seedlings. So we are thanking.
How many?
We are able to raise 18,000 seedlings, which is cocoa seeds, and the cashew we've raised 1,000 cashew. So at Togome.
Right.
So we thank DC and his colleagues.
What would you want to say to your fellow farmers?
I will encourage them to enter into farming business, because farming is a business for we the youths who are not able to get a good job in the city. So all my fellow youths who are in the city, I'm advising them to come back. Those who don't have a good job and they have farmlands to farm, they should come back and we all farm for Ghanaians. So we thank the DC.
Thank you very much.
The word Togo plus
You are seeing this morning is just one of the small aspects of the numerous interventions we have done together with the stakeholders to support planting for export and rural development. And for that matter, in partnership with Cocoa Board and other stakeholders. We in Whole West have realized that the majority of our youth now must be moved into agriculture, and they must be there if we put the interest there and things that will attract them. So I started leading the campaign together with all stakeholder assembly members, the Agri department and all stakeholders for us to ensure that every youth and every person in Whole West that can do it should be able to have a farm. These are three crops agenda that government is promoting. Based on that, 2017 we did a lot, and 2018 the campaign increased. And as we speak, you see that we have nurseries in this similar type of nursery. We have over 81 of them in Whole West alone, in a total of 21 communities. As a DC, I did indicate that I want every paramount chief in Whole West, the 16, to have what we call stool farms. So this year we are planting for them starting from May. We are taking cocoa seedlings, cashews and others from these nurseries to go and plant for the chiefs and others. It's a campaign we are doing with the youth. At the same time, we want the youth to go into agriculture. Yusha, for instance, as you see now, is a typical example of a success story that we want. And I'm using this medium to plead with all Whole West that our youth should be assisted with lands. Our elders should assist them with lands to farm massively. Because if the agriculture is able to grow in Whole West, then the district factory things that we are talking about can actually work. Because we would have gotten agro-based products to process. Though we are not saying it's only the agro products that will be processed into these factories. So as you've seen now, we are begging everybody that let us be close to agriculture. One of the advantages of the Plant for Export and Rural Development, the three-crop project, is that it will change our environment. It will improve rainfall patterns and many others. For instance, if we have a lot of cocoa around that are fruiting, we have a lot of mango, we have a lot of coconut and others, we can introduce beekeeping all over. It will be additional income. So I want people to know that we are not, when we're talking about planting for export and rural development, it's not only a simple thing, it's such a complex business area with a lot of value chain that is involved. On this note, I'm grateful to you, the media, also for being part of this very program. I must be honest that there are a lot of stakeholders, even the security, the police and all the others, who are supporting me as DC to be successful at this. Yesterday was another meeting with all the entire staff of the Agric within the district. We met again with the extension officers, the Agric director and himself. This is teamwork. Every 2 weeks I meet with the Agric director and his immediate two deputies, the crops director and the others, so that we discuss the way forward. And I'm always involved, as you can see. Yeah. So we are grateful. I'm also encouraging other stakeholders and fellow MMDCs that they should join this kind of campaign everywhere. Let us show some love. Let us be more committed. Let us be visible in the rural areas. And that is what will transform more lives. Thank you.
Yeah.
As fast as that.
Yes.
They would like his teeth.
He has something.
Here alone. You have been surprised by Take me.
Yeah, the place is nice.
The back will show. It will be better for us.
So that we see what they are talking about.
This cast rough one. Kasajan. You are
wisdom, Badago.
wow, you play Badago when this.
No, Edefu. Moto Chometeto na fio. Yakafifiela, Mofa Moto Jeto, Okura Jeto. Nyagblenya de Jakwa Yalpura Glenyo. Ewa Magweto de Jakwa Nelegies over la Yilela, Yalpura, Untokwa, Access Sedele, Dukume, Eta Maglobe Nyatafe, Ojawa Banemi, Enyo. Chala, Nyatafe enemy Dagbela, Mikpo, and Moalofu, Noacho, Miave, Nuko, Yada Cinemio. Kakafia, and Manvemela. A moto va jefito nebia yire kpeje de deja kwachela maga kpofu be yida nwelo alo yire tepreko opu vale yi vale nu chonomi nwere fan eta ejeji nami akpene mo.
How many kilometers? How many kilometers?
If you check the Lovudo Kasajan Honuta stretch of feeder road, it's a total of 8.4 kilometers. Then out of this, only 5.1 kilometers were motorable. Motorable means that only motorbikes and few vehicles were plying the stretch. Then the middle portion of it, which is the rest 3.7 kilometers, has been abandoned for the past 12 years. There was no action here. So we then, when I came as DC, I then decided that if we are promoting agriculture, we must also promote the roads. We were not able to get cocoa roads and other feeder roads and others to get budget to fix it. So the assembly we have taken upon ourselves as part of DDF and this assembly common fund portion, we have been able to put the entire stretch of roads into to make it motorable now. In fact, you will see that this place, if you check the pictures before and now, you will see that as the farmers are and the community people are confessing, it was only this place became a footpath. This beautiful road that you are seeing now was a footpath because it was abandoned for the past 12 years without any grading, any action. So trees even took over portions of the road. So you will see that now the entire 8.4 kilometers is free for use for vehicles, motorbikes and everybody. And farmers are now better able to cut their food items and others. We assure the communities that we will continue to work to improve their lives. So if people say the MPP government is not working, the district assembly is not working, they should come to the ground. One of the most important reasons why we also pursued to fix this road is that there is a beautiful waterfall just down here that we want to promote. Now tourists can drive to this place and be able to see the place. Just after Easter, we will be launching the waterfall here together with chiefs and elders to market it for people to invest in it. That is the next line for this very thing. You also realize that we have partnered the various farmers in the areas and have raised cocoa seedlings, coffee and all the others all over the places to distribute to farmers. This year, 6,000 farmers will be benefiting from free distribution of 3 crop seedlings to expand their farms. It's our hope that the future in future, everybody will see the benefits of what we are doing today to the masses of the people. We also believe that if we continue with the tree crop plantation as we're talking about, it will positively affect the environment, for that matter, increased rainfall and others. It will also mitigate the issues of climate change. So together we are pleading with the entirety of Whole West that everybody should partner us so that we are able to invest heavily in this very part of the job. Now people are saying that they don't have money. People are saying some are even propaganda. Jobs are not here and that kind of thing. Government is creating more jobs. Farmers are majority of Whole West. If you check our statistics, over 70% of the population in Whole West depend on agriculture, they farm. So if we are promoting agriculture, it is for these people. As we speak, we are also benefiting of special rice initiative. You were told earlier that we were the best 2018-19 in terms of implementation of PET in the whole of Volta and OT region, now out of 26 districts. One of the benefits that we are getting now is we are benefiting from GSOP Fund, Ghana Social Opportunities Project, this year as a benefit for we excelling in the PET. We are going to invest this fund in training farmers, investing more in raising more seedlings, and also teaching our farmers more cultural practices to promote rural agriculture. We also hope to reopen more feeder roads, because this road, for instance, was abandoned. That's why we say we have reopened it for use. So as a promise I made to the chiefs and elders of Honuta when in 2017, when I was nominated as DC, that in 2 years of office I would have ensured that we reopen this road. And May 11th, I would have been 2 years in office, God willing, and truly we have fulfilled the promise to the people, and I believe they will be happy. Yeah.
Maybe they take when they show the director, because the story is going to start with him.
Example of a community based and individual and farmer group based nursery. We make it small and multiply it all over, because we believe that if, for instance, this stretch of land is being farmed by, say, 10 farmers, and each of them is farming about 2,000 seedlings, then if we're able to have about 15,000 seedlings here, which is organized between us and them, the farmers here, it's enough. Then when they finish, they distribute it among themselves. In all this, you see, this is the technical, the TO of the area. It's always with them to assist them from nursery to make this area is not noted for cashew. But we are introducing some small amounts of cashew, so that in future
you have to start.
The cashew. So this is what we have for you. So I hope that more people will join the PET campaign to give more agriculture meaning under the current government with all stakeholders. Thank you.
How many seedlings in all?
Well, that's 12,000.
How many nurseries in all?
This one is 12,700. This very spot is 12,700.
No, I mean, how many nurseries?
Nurseries in all?
Yeah.
In all, we have 81 nurseries in the district, in 21 communities. 81 nurseries in Whole West, in 21 communities.
Thank you.
Cashew.
Yes, yes.
So the ones that I told you, I nurse, transplanting them is very simple compared to the ones that you plant.
This is how many months old? And we procure more cashew seedlings and nest. But you can see that the cashew thrives very fast.
Yeah, it does.
So that is it. So we introduce
nursery sites. Out of the 81 nursery sites that we have across the district, this is about the last one batch of it. But here, eventually, it's going to be one of the modern nursery for the district, where other farmers will be brought here to be taught how to take care of nurseries. Because nursery management is also a technique that farmers need to be taught. So as part of our programs, we have activities that will help farmers, train farmers on nursery management. This place is very ideal because just at the back of the nursery, we have a stream that never dries, and it's very reliable source of water for the nursery management. So in short, for the agenda of the government that is planting for export and rural development, which is a flagship project of the government, we as a district, we are all committed to make sure that this agenda of the government works to the perfection that it needs to go. So we can assure the whole district and the country for that matter that we as a district, as a department and as a district, we are willing to give all our support to make sure that every agenda or flagship program of the government that is agri related, we are fully